These were the scenes in Mubende district following the announcement of a curfew and lockdown measures to curb the Ebola outbreak. The measures would last more than 2 months. But during enforcement, Emmanuel Nyombi's family encountered what they call their worst experience. While preparing supper at their home in Chirunji, Kauka zone, one of the areas affected by Ebola, Brenda Nanyonga, the eldest daughter of the house, told us they were caught up in a wrongful altercation with security.
Abasajja bajja abasirikale ne basooka ne bakuba eno torch.
The soldiers came and flashed torchlights inside here. They chased the people who were outside and they came back. They kicked the door as we prepared our meal. We rushed inside and when my mother was closing, the soldiers started pushing it.
Whilst the scuffle ensued, one of the operatives slipped the muzzle of his gun through the door and fired one round of ammunition inside the house.
I don't know if my mother noticed that she had been shot, but she said to them, "You have killed me because of my children." The soldiers left after that. Mom took a seat and saw blood. On a closer look, it was her foot bleeding.
Nanyonga says they were unable to get help until the next day because of the movement restrictions.
We didn't know where the bullet hit that night, but the next morning, some people in civilian clothes came and dug the bullet from the floor. They also took the bullet shell from my father.
As the mother was taken to hospital, the rest were asked to record statements with the police.
They brought the ambulance and took her to hospital, where she was only given a pair of gloves.
As we conducted the interview, her mother sat back in silence. Nanyonga said she has never said a word ever since the shooting in October 2022. What should have been a good intervention to try and contain the outbreak has since turned into disaster, exacerbating Noeline Nalubyaai's mental health challenges.
Her condition is now worse because previously it used to happen for about a month. Now we are getting to 3 months.
Her husband, Emmanuel Nyombi, tried to follow up the case with the police, but he said his efforts were in vain.
I have never received any help. There's a commander called Mwesigye who called me and said his boss had promised to help us. He even took pictures of the foot, but we have never heard from him again.
Noeline Nalubyaai has since made good progress regarding recovery, but the family says they need justice.
I spent money to have her treated while at the hospital without anyone to care for my children. I've spent 1.5 million shillings, yet she has not recovered fully. I'm from the garden right now to try to get some food for us, something we used to do together before this incident.
We tried reaching the district police commander, Ayotala Kepchemut, who refused to comment on the matter. However, when we put the matter to Mubende resident district commissioner, she had no idea about the matter but promised to follow up.
Because we are amidst the battle of Ebola, I didn't really follow up closely. But at least what I'm aware of, that she improved. I think I'll make a follow-up, first of all, to go there and find out how the person is doing, and maybe find a way of government helping or supporting. That is if there is any possibility.
Nalubyaai's ordeal could just be one out of the many that remain unheard of, especially as many feel similar experiences were prevalent during the COVID-19 lockdown. Walter Mwesigye, NTV.